Greetings from home, dear ones. This moment, right now, is unique in many aspects, but so was the moment just before. You have stepped into something new, and we will explain some of the process. For during the next month, during the next 30 days or so, you have a unique opportunity. We'll tell you a little bit about this as they come up. This has to do with the energy coming into the planet in new forms. We've told you for some time that you were developing new bodies. You literally were learning how to carry more of your own intrinsic light, more of who you truly are on a deep level of the spirit, and not just of the human. And you are starting to carry more of that. We know that in the beginning it has been rather confusing for most of you, for the simple reason that you don't always know how this anchors. You don't know if you're doing it right or if you're doing it wrong. But we've also stepped out of the need for right and wrong in the new energy. Take a breath, dear ones, and just settle for just a moment. What do you feel when you do that? Well, you have been living your lives for a very long time in the head, and we have told you that the heart is starting to grow to new heights and new importance in your life. It has always been a balance. You can't live without one or the other, although some of you try very hard to do just exactly that. But the reality is you're grounded of light. You are bringing light into this planet. You understand that the way we see all of it is an energy exchange. And that's what we will call this today. Energy exchange. How do you exchange energy? Well, that's simple. You know, if you look at the larger picture of life on planet Earth, whether you have an understanding of physics or not, doesn't make any difference. What really makes a difference is that you see energy in motion. Well, you understand energy itself moves. It only transforms from one form to another. There are times when you think you have created energy, but not true. You've actually transformed it out of another form of energy into this. Every part of energetics on planet Earth is carrying and transmuting some form of energy. Now, find that energy and enhance it, and you are really onto something. And that is what is possible during this next month. There is a unique opportunity. There's a wave of energy which has come into your planet all about the heart. It is meant to reset humanity to where you can have a new balance of the heart and the head. But there is also a focus of transmuting the love energy. And that is one of the greatest possibilities, especially during the next month. You have unique opportunities during this time frame and during the several months in the future to also ground love in a new way. If you're in a relationship, it allows you to take that to a new level and create some new forms of magic, new transformations of the same love. And if you're not in a relationship, the first connection is with you. You'll learn how to let the heart teach the head how to love. Very simply. And then you will draw people into you that you will be able to transmute that form of energy into. Now, you have many forms of energy that you use on planet Earth. You use them all the time. You work with them in different ways. You are a vessel of light, very simply. And although we have to say that this is outside of your range of visible light, you will come to discover what is taking place. There is more light coming into the planet. Now, does that mean that it anchors? Does that mean that the planet gets brighter? Only if it is anchored in the hearts of humanity and transferred into the love, transmuted that energy into the love energy that you can experience. Now, you can do this in many different ways. Obviously, falling in love is one of the greatest. But there is also ways of transmuting this energy into different forms of love for all the beings around you, not just those on a close relationship. And although this is a perfect time over the next several months for each of you to reestablish your own grounding in this energy and reestablish where you will play in the new game of the new planet Earth. But this is a form of love, dear ones. You have the capabilities now of stepping into something very magical. Do it fearlessly. Step forward into your experiment and dare to transmute all forms of energy and bring them forth from your heart. Now, we have mentioned for a very long time that as humanity changes, there is one key element that you can work with tremendously, and that is to have your voice be heard. Many of you have come in pretending to be quiet, pretending not to have a voice, pretending not to bring in the energy or being able to translate it. But we know better, and we see you. So we understand who you are. You're working with this rather well because speaking from the throat chakra is very difficult sometimes when humans don't trust themselves. That is all changing. But here is the interesting part. With this new wave of energy which is coming to planet Earth over the next several months, you have an ability to have the voice of your heart be heard. And that is the most important piece. The voice of your heart. You know, even if you try to think of the voice of your heart, you taint the energy. What is it that your heart desires? That is more capable for you to create and to draw into your life over the next several months than ever before on planet Earth. It is now possible for you to hold more of your light from home in everyday work, in transmuting and changing all the energy on planet Earth. That is the beauty of it. And that is what you do. You are energy transmuters, and we see you working in the most beautiful ways. Take that energy from home, consciously bring it, and when you are able to let your heart and your head communicate in a way that you can put words to what this is, begin by doing so, followed closely by action, because the energetics on planet Earth will support these moves more than you've ever known. It has been difficult, dear ones, because each of you came in with a very critical part, a very important piece of the new energy you are building. And yet getting you to trust that is sometimes the difficult part, getting you to share it with other people. And of course, you've been living in a field of duality where you think one person is right and one person is wrong. You're finding out there is much more of a bandwidth of possibilities within that. But during these times, you have a great opportunity to express love in new ways. Now, what can that be focused on? It can be focused on anything. It can be focused on a one-to-one intimate relationship. It can be focused on the love you have for your dog. It can be focused for the love you have on your pet goldfish. It can be focused on the love you have for your hobbies and the sports and the things that you like to do. Now you have capabilities of bringing your love to entirely new levels in all of these areas, not just one. And if you wish to work on a relationship or change a relationship or end a relationship or start a new relationship, this area of this next several months is a perfect time to do so. You'll find it easier, and you'll also find things lining up for you to do it, even though you may not have completely decided to take those steps. These are wonderful opportunities. You get filled with light during these times. As this energy comes in, it fills you full of light. And depending on where the collective vibration of humanity is in that evolutionary stage, it will affect you slightly differently. And it works as a whole. So you can actually say that over the next several months, you are in the time of love. These will help you to remember much of who you really are and your connections at home. You understand what it is like at home. When you think of someone or something, you are there instantly. Well, the same is true with Earth, but you don't actually move. The energy is there. Call it in. Call help and bring your own guides to a closer connection with you. Because during this time of the wave of love coming into planet Earth, in the time of love, you can even fall in love with spirit even more than you have before. Can you feel this energy moving through you? It is beautiful for us to watch. This is a way that we can touch your hearts and have you still be on Earth. Have you still communicate with each other. Now when you get that clarity and when you get that feeling, figure out how to pass it on. Very simple. You are transmuting energy. If we can touch you with the highest of love from home, how can you transmute that and bring it into the earth in another form of love? You will find more of this as you step forward. You'll also see a deeper understanding of how it works. Very much, even like your own physics on planet Earth. You are in a wonderful time of evolution, dear ones. We could not be prouder of the work that you are doing. We do understand that many of you still feel very lost at times, not quite sure, because things are different than where they were before. But we tell you the opportunities of this are greater than you imagined. And right now is the time to start lining up some of the possibilities of your heart. These times ahead, dear ones, we get to watch. We watch not only as you evolve planet Earth, but as you evolve yourselves. There are many things that we will help you work with. The connection to the Earth herself, many of the changes that she is going through, your own new structures that you will build on planet Earth to support empowered humans as you awaken from the dream in mass. The time is now. Enjoy the next several months, dear ones, as you feel this wave of energy entering onto your planet. Let it hit your heart in the time of love. It is with the greatest of honor that we get to address you in these ways. We ask you to treat each other with respect at every moment. Nurture one another at every possibility. Remember, it's a game, and play well together. Aspavam.